Well, Jordan, I don't think you needed any further proof of how important Marquelle is, but I think we saw it tonight when she went to the bench. Things just didn't kind of work your way. Yeah, shows just how valuable she is, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does, and it just has to do with a lot of experience. And you know, she's one of the best, if not the best, point guard in our league, and so she's a vital piece to our program. And so when she's not on the floor, you know, things just don't work as well as you could see. But I think Rika did a great job handling and, you know, coming in with, I'm sure, a lot of pressure on her shoulders. So I think she did a great job as well.
Marquelle, do you have to try to think about fouls a little more, or you still want to be aggressive? I guess, how do you go about that?
I mean, I still got to attack. I mean, I don't know. It's hard just to attack and stop sometimes. And, you know, the past couple of games I've gotten a little bit of foul trouble, but Coach just tells me to continue to attack, and that's what I kind of just do.
Thanks, Marta. Obviously, they were guarding you from the outside tonight. You went inside a little more. Is that something you'd like to maybe do a little more?
Yeah, I like to play inside. When I was young, I used to play inside, so I know how to play. And today, the threes didn't work, so I had to play inside, and inside work. So
it looks like you're comfortable with your back to the basket. Is that something you feel like you can be a part of in the offense with this?
Yeah, I think we can help the team with playing inside, and we used to work in these things. So yeah.
I guess for both of you guys talk about them, they just wouldn't seem to go away. You see Santa Barbara, but you guys found plays down the stretch. That's sign of a maturing team a little bit.
I definitely think so. I mean, we might not be the most experienced, but you know, Coach talks about those things, and I don't think there's very many D1 programs that just go away. You know, I don't think we would if we were in that situation. So we would just keep fighting back, and you know, they were a good team. So it was up to us just to keep composure and, you know, make our free throws down the stretch and, you know, get stops defensively. So I think we handled that pretty well for how ugly we might have played the rest of the time. But as Coach said, a win is a win.
You bet. I guess, Mark, I'll talk about next week now. You guys have a big road trip next week. Gonzaga on Wednesday, Idaho on Saturday. You know how good Idaho is from last year. You know how good Gonzaga is from last year. That's going to be a tough trip for you guys.
Definitely going to be a tough trip. I mean, we have a young team, but like we went last game and we went on the road, and I think that's going to help us going into the next couple games. And yeah, I think they're going to be pretty good teams, and it will be an exciting experience, I think, for a lot of us.
Jordan, you played them. Obviously, you guys played them last year. What do you remember about the Gonzaga game last year?
You know, they're definitely skilled and, you know, big girls, and just, you know, execute really well. And but that doesn't mean we can't handle them. I think we definitely have, like we keep saying, you know, less experience, but we have a lot of fight and we work really hard, and you know, we'll try to stay in any game that we can. So we'll take them head on just like anyone else. Like you know, we're definitely not scared to play them. So it'll be interesting to see how we play on the road.
Yeah, I was gonna say, will you maybe find out a little more about your team after next week? Kind of almost like a conference road trip.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when you play bigger teams like that, St. Mary's coming in here, you know, that would have been a really good win under our belt. And last week was a huge momentum booster just to get that win on the road in overtime. And you know, those wins, you need them on the road because they are big confidence boosters and stuff. So it might not feel like a conference game, but it'll definitely be big games.